Good afternoon, Magic Tribe, and welcome back to Magic Mom Ministries. I hope all of you have had a great day, and I apologize for you uh, having to miss this and get it late, but I had an appointment this morning I totally forgot about when I said that I'd be on this morning. So here we are at a little bit after 2 o'clock, and we're going to get our note from the universe for today. Hello, Wendy. I think today has been feeling pretty good. So I don't know about you guys and how you've been feeling, but we have definitely been noticing a dramatic shift in the energies lately. So keep up the good work. We're clearing a lot out for everyone. Remember, you're not just clearing for yourself, you're clearing for all of humanity. Because by you doing it, you're showing the way for other people too. Okay? So we're going to start today with a couple cards from our Affirmators deck by Knock Knock Stuff. And let's see. I'm going to try and get two, but we know how the cards are. Hello, Natasha. Welcome. Let's see. There's one. Ooh, that's a good one. One more. Whoop. Oh my goodness. Trying to drop them all. Still trying to get used to shuffling with this splint one, but it's better than having to wear a cask. Okay. Are you all right? Okay. Okay, so we get options, and we got a bonus card too with spontaneity. So that is pretty epic as far as the impromptu and spontaneous timing for today too. Oh my gosh, right? The body aches and the ascension flu. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I'm being called right now. Taylor must not have got the memo that I'm live. Okay, so spontaneity, the bonus card says, do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. So buckle up, Charlie. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after hours hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible and teach you that lifelong friendships are sometimes lurking just behind a karaoke singer's mullet. So this is kind of going to lead us into a little bit of what 2019 is going to be bringing us to. And I will be doing a 2019 overview, but it's going to be on New Year's Eve. Okay? So stay tuned for that one. Also, it's revealing to us that we have a lot more options than we thought, right? Oh my goodness, Wendy. I'm sending you all the love as usual. We'll make it through. That was me not too long ago, too, as well. So I hope everything's okay. Sending you all my best, as always. Option says, as I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I'm reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts like you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. Actually, mac and cheese on a baked potato is pretty epic. Hi, Dennis. Okay, so spontaneity, options. This tells us that things are definitely going to be popping up that we weren't planning on, but it's freeing us to make better options. Exactly. Sometimes, as we've been talking about, things sometimes start to look a lot worse before we realize that our option to make a choice has just been taken away from us, and the universe has decided to stop playing around and just remove the toxicity from our lives. And sometimes it's painful, but it's only really, really painful when you try to hang on to it. So if something's trying to leave your life right now, let it go. Say thank you. And realize it has freed you up to make an opportunity that maybe you wouldn't have had before. Because sometimes we are the one who gets in our way the most, unfortunately. But how else are we going to learn, right? So I think I'm going to pull a Divine Wisdom card for today out of Neil Donald Walsh's deck. I want to see. I want a clarifier for options. Ooh, I got 2. Holy. Oh, geez. I can't make this stuff up, you guys. Okay. The first one is one of my favorites, the Lavender Field. It says, God the Father is knowing, the parent of all understandings, the begetter of all experience. For you cannot experience that which you do not know. Right? Because I tell you this, you are your own rule maker. You set the guidelines and you decide how well you have done, how well you're doing. For you are the one who has decided who and what you really are and who you want to be. So if you feel like you're not living up to expectations, maybe you need to realize what your expectations really are. Let's get cards out of our Universe Has Your Back deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. Oh, and I'm going to leave this bottom card on here because it just came out of the deck when I picked these up. So we have this tiny little farmscape that I'm going to save till the end to read, okay? I did not look at that. Okay, let's get a clarifier for options from The Universe Has Your Back. Oh, that's it right there. Okay. I surrender to a power greater than me. So we are indeed being asked to surrender our expectations. I know a lot of us have gone into this process thinking that it was going to be a certain way because we heard a lot of people say that. But really, honestly, for all of us, this is a very individual experience. The process, though, is still the same, yes. But each one of us goes through it differently. And some of us go through it in multitudes of ways throughout our entire lifetimes until we realize that we're repeating the shamanic cycle because we have not realized yet that we're still giving away our power instead of harnessing it for ourselves. And until we can do that, we're going to just keep repeating the shamanic cycle because we're still giving away our power when we should be holding on to it for ourselves and cranking our light up brighter instead of giving our power to other people so that they can level up ahead of us, which is what we've been doing, a lot of us. Not all of us, but a lot of us have been taught that self-sacrifice is the way that we need to reach our higher self. But that's not the case. No God or anyone else should ask you to sacrifice yourself in order for them to succeed. That's just not the way it is. So, let's get one more out of here. And then I'm going to pull from the Sacred Path Oracle. There it is. Okay. That fell on the floor, and the one I wanted fell in my lap. Because this is our reminder again. I am the loving energy of the universe. This is what we all are. And this is what we all need to be representing to ourselves first and foremost. And remember, the thing that you feel the most undeserving of, that's what you're trying to deny yourself. And that's the first thing that you need to give yourself now. As we're going into 2019, we're calling in what our souls need in order to progress on this spiritual journey. Because it's going to become a lot less about survival and a lot more about our spirit soon. Over here. Reaching for the wrong orange. Okay. And the Sacred Path Oracle is by Jamie Sams. I think it's illustrated by Linda Childers, I want to say. Oh, that's 1 and 2. Okay, so that's pretty much like I thought. Okay, so we are going to be sharing a lot of our processes between ourselves and amongst our friends, and maybe even sometimes with random weird strangers at the grocery store who you just seem to have some crazy resonance with standing in line while you're waiting. Everyone has a message for us. And we're all starting to realize that and pick up on that on a telepathic level as our collective consciousness is rising. And it's rising a lot more quickly now. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the energy has definitely shifted to the light side. I think all of us are starting to come out of our dark night of the soul. And those of you who are just starting to go into it, know we love you and it will be okay. Just surrender to the faith that you are love. And life is just trying to remind you that. Because truth is our protection right now, everyone. 12 breaks down to a 3, and this is about creation. About how we're creating our realities by our truth. So make sure you are being 100,000 million% honest, authentic in all of your interactions, especially with yourself when you think nobody's watching. That is when the universe is paying attention the most, believe it or not. So when your emotions feel the strongest, pay attention to where they're coming from. Are you coming from a place based in the illusion? Because fear is false evidence appearing real, right? The illusion. Because there's nothing to fear but fear itself in life. Because life is God and God is love. And they're all synonymous in the same, right? And angels come in 1,000 million forms. Remember that too. And she sends us nothing but angels. Let's get some clarifiers from, I think I'm going to pull from Kim Cron's Wild Unknown deck. There, see it a little bit better. I love the optical illusion of these. And let's get one for sharing. And one for Truth Arrow. Bingo. Okay, so, funny enough, Our second card came out upside down, and normally I do not do reversals, but there's a little bit of a message in here that is nothing to do with the reversal of this card and everything to do with the fact that we need to reverse our perspective, right? The Mother of Swords here is just watching the party lights of her aura and everything else around her interplaying as one, because we are all one, right? And only in our darkest moment can we see really how bright our light is, right? Because the devil's in the details, everyone. It is time to really attain mastery of our thought processes through any form we can. Meditation, exercise, yoga, breathing, sleeping. I don't care how you do it, but get centered, get grounded. And remember, the devil's pants are on fire. And everybody knows how that saying goes, right? False evidence appearing real. This is the addiction we're all trying to ditch. Fear. Fear not. Let's see how far we can go. And we can all help each other get there, okay? When you're the most afraid is when you're surrounded by the most angels. And most of the time we don't see them because we're too busy trying to figure it out all on our own because we think we have to. But really, someone always has the answer. Always. So sometimes you just need to pick your head up, take a few deep breaths, and do something else for a little bit. And then it'll come to you in one way or another. Let's close this out with a couple soul coaching cards from Denise Lynn. I think our soul has a few things to say to us still. Our first one's inspiration. Oh. Our second one, we got 2, playfulness and silence. And then the last one we pull is healing. So I'm sensing a little bit. I'm sensing a little bit of truth coming through for all of us if we can, again, get centered in our silence, which is where we hear our soul speak the most, even though it's the quietest voice we have. And usually it's somewhere with our inner child. So how bottled up is that little being in its little gilded cage where we're trying to keep it safe? It's definitely time to open up those doors, guys. So let's read through inspiration, which says, I'm receiving divine inspiration right now. Silence says, I'm serene no matter what is occurring around me. Playfulness says, my joy is the greatest gift that I give to others. And healing says, phenomenal healing energy flows through every cell in my body. And that phenomenal healing energy is love, the essence of our lives, which is really what God represents. God's just an idea for something that really has no name. Let's see what the book says. We'll start with inspiration, and we're going to end up with healing. It is rather beautiful, Dennis. I sometimes get a little bit blown away by the messages coming through myself, because sometimes they are definitely just as much for me as they are for all of you, and I am only the door with which they come through. So, try to do this the best I can so you can see this while I read. The card meaning for inspiration says, be open to divine inspiration. You inspire others. Immense creativity, motivation, and energy are expanding in your life. Okay? Your soul wants you to know. Life without the fire of new ideas is dull and separates you from all that's sacred. Creativity and inspiration are, in fact, receptivity, being open to the Creator. Even if the motivation that occurs seems unusual or strange, welcome new ideas and fresh ways of viewing the world. Open yourself to the deep, flowing wellspring of visions, ideas, and intuition that dwell within you. Through the morning mist, the golden light of sunset, the wind in the trees, and the gentle thoughts at the edge of your mind, let God's wonderful ideas stimulate, enliven, enrich, and revitalize you. I am receiving divine inspiration right now. Silence says, oh. Okay. Be still and take the time to move into the silent place within yourself. Locate your internal source of power. Your soul wants you to know, in silence you'll find your sacred witness. It's the dwelling place of the soul. Your spirit loves the truth, and in peace you can seek and discover your truth. If you're in pain, go into it until you find the source so it can be healed. Move past the bustle and chatter of life into sweet quietude and surrender to stillness. Resist the temptation to indulge in feelings of overwhelm or urgency and emergency. Your power is born in silence. Seek solitude to listen to the voice of your higher self and awaken your inner wisdom. This peace gives birth to your serenity. The affirmation is, I am serene no matter what is occurring around me. Playfulness. This is where we're all going to resurrect ourselves, realizing that life is really funny. And sometimes we can be big poo-poos. Okay, playfulness says, oh, lost my page. There it is. Allow your inner child to play today. Enjoy yourself and have fun. Embrace your innocence. Your soul wants you to know playfulness is absolutely necessary for your health and well-being. It's as important as the food you eat and the thoughts you think. If your responsibilities and hard work have made this a low priority for you, it's time to have some fun. Give yourself a break and nurture your spirit by doing something madcap or just plain silly. Listen to music and dance by yourself with glee. Make silly faces. Invite friends over for an afternoon tea party. Or go for a drive with no destination, just for the fun of it. The affirmation is, my joy is the greatest gift that I give to others. Because how many times have you been having a really shitty day and had that one person who smiled at you and realized that maybe you need to just stop being such a poo-poo face and laugh at life? You all get those reminders every day. Hello, Studio 226. And then this is all going to culminate in our ultimate healing today, everyone. And into tomorrow, too, as well. So, healing says, healing is occurring. Oh my goodness, my face is itching. you're a natural healer. You're on the mend, and or a situation is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. Your soul wants you to know healing is natural, and everything in nature has the intrinsic ability to restore itself. You're a part of the world, so you also have this innate ability. Often healing needs to occur on the inner planes before it can manifest on the outside. To assist this process, focus on what's great and let go of what isn't working or what's wrong. Hold a vision of the solution that you desire. Be patient and trust that recovery is occurring in its own time and way. Nature is one of our greatest healers, so spend time with the trees, soak up the rays of the sun, and dance in the rain. The affirmation we're going to end this on is phenomenal healing energy flows through every cell in my body. So our final message from the universe is, I am receiving divine inspiration right now. I am serene no matter what is occurring around me, because my joy is the greatest gift that I give to others. And in this way, phenomenal healing energy flows through every cell in my body, because I am the loving energy of the universe and I surrender to a greater power than me. Because there is no me. There is, however, a we. And when we tap into that collective energy instead of our feeling of separation, that's where true healing occurs for all of us. And life becomes a lot less hard if you realize that you are surrounded by angels every day who only want to see you be happy and know that you have everything you need. That's all I want for all of you every day. So go out and share that. And know you are the love of the universe. And in that truth is your protection. Because if you can have faith in that, you will always know you're safe, loved, and protected. And you will never make a choice out of fear again. And if we can all do that, the world really can change overnight. If not the entire world, at least yours. I know it changed mine. So, everyone, that is our message from the universe for today. And I'll be back again at the normal time tomorrow. I don't think barring unforeseen difficulties, of course, but I should be on at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for our next Magic Love Note. And I'm going to be back on at 5 p.m. with our next reading in The Secret of Shambhala. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to dive back into some James Redfield after a little bit of break from Christmas. Isn't that is funny? I did. All right, everyone. I love each and every one of you. So remember, from me and all of us here at Magic Mom Ministries, we love, appreciate, and are in full support of every single one of you. So if you have a question, feel free to shoot it to me in an email with a small donation, and we'll get all of your stuff figured out for you. At least with you. Never claim to do it for you. I always make all of you do your own work. So just remember, that's really what we're all here for, is to help each other and give each other a leg up while we're all trying to do our own healing. Your only real job is to just love each other, but love yourself most of all. I'll see all of you at 5. Bye now. Be good.